This is all right. So this is a video of mine. Ken Ola says I'm known as a fluff brain to my friends for a reason, but when it comes to art and design, I'm fairly sharp. I mean, we all have that. We all have that affectation. In some areas, we're a little bit airheadish. In other areas, we're really on point. Let's see. So this is my video, a queer religion masked as a science. How is this still a thing reaction, right? This is a reaction to the leaflet commentary on this video where we have this fucking Quango with the trans furry shirt, where she ended up admitting that she and her company sell HRT to kids as young as 7 for trans reasons, not for precocious, specifically puberty blockers, right? Specifically puberty blockers. Now, are they doing this for precocious puberty? Some of them possibly, right? I mean, that's what the function of a puberty blocker is to block a precocious puberty. But she did admit in the video, and you can watch the video if you want to, that she and her company gave puberty blockers to children as young as 7 for identitarian reasons, not for medical reasons, such as, again, a precocious puberty. Now I remember that part of the stream, yeah, right? So the context of this is actually pretty simple. So this video, I listened to this entire conversation, and I give all the breakdown that I think Leaflet missed, because that's one of the things I kind of wanted to do with this channel, is to, again, help Keisha and Leaflet and others like them when I think they missed something, to add what it is they missed to help bolster their argument, right? And my thesis in this video is that there are underlying religious hidden presuppositions being made by the trans advocate that are being treated as if they are a science when they are not. They are a religion couched in a scientific language, right? And hold on, Buhuckley says, these are the modern questions needing to be asked: how to survive working with AI without aggroing antis, where to live in a cheap location with the internet, and why is the reddish skin? What the fuck? Okay, fair enough. But okay, so I bring this video to attention because this fucking retard. Hold on, let's do the thing where we show all the comments, right? This fucking master sadist YouTube, right? Monetize your haters, I say, right? So let us look at this fucking retard. Hold on, let me make sure I turn off chat, that way you can actually read the stuff. Philip says, my soul dies every time I watch these useful idiots turn themselves into pretzels to justify their monstrosity. No, I think she's a true believer. I don't think she's a useful idiot. Let's see. Yeah, this master sadist right here, 2 days ago. Who touched you, daddy or uncle? Now let's step back and realize what happened, right? So I was criticizing a woman talking about, again, how she believes that, again, she believes in a priori, like, in knowledge nested in children, right? That children can know things a priori about themselves that conflict with the empirical reality of their bodies, and that a priori reasoning can actually override the authenticity, the veracity of the empirical world that we actually live in, right? That's the entire crux of their argument. And also the idea, again, of, you know, she uses very religious language towards the end of it, right? It's like, oh, she uses the word soul specifically, right? And I go into some pretty deep depth in this. And then what do I get? First of all, I get some, like, you know, I hope you heal, which, you know, fair enough. I don't really care about that particular critique, right? But, like, this is how you start this. So we're talking about the sexual deformment of, you know, innocence. And then the first fucking, like, response you can come up with is, who touched you, daddy or uncle? Not surprising, right? And it took everything in my power, to be perfectly honest, to not say his name is Muhammad. It happened in London, right? And just, like, play into the fucking troll, right? But let's see. I would not fill up, right? So, yeah, instead of playing into this particular comment, I decided to just translate this. And just so you know, if you ever see this happen, this is what's going on, right? So, translate. Everyone that disagrees with me was or should have been sexually abused, right? Because what exactly are we saying here, right? Because, like, if I actually try to answer this question, right? And it's like, daddy and uncle are not true, right? Because it turns out I was never molested, right? So... it's just not a thing that has ever fucking happened, right? So what is going on here? They're fucking projecting their own sick fucking desire onto the situation, right? Not that they want to do this, but that they want to see you hurt. Remember that thing Sam Hyde said, right? These people want to see you dead and your kids, you know. Yeah. That is true. So yeah, this is what I assume is the, and I think I can justify this assumption. And I'm going to try to justify this assumption with Torchwolf in more detail, because I have I think another one that I can bring up in the conversation for this kind of thing, just like translating for, you know, people not familiar with these kinds of, you know, idiots, what they actually mean. You know, just because they say something on the surface doesn't necessarily mean that that's actually what they're communicating, right? And yeah, so again, it's like, why would they say this? Kind of an interesting thing to say, right? Well, this is not a statement of fact, to be perfectly honest, right? This is in a sense, an attempt to destroy your legitimacy, right? It's like, oh yeah, you're not saying this because you actually believe this. You're saying this because you've been molested, right? So I think they're saying that because your voice and your avatar is at odds. I mean, I don't really care, to be perfectly honest. But like, because again, this is such a wildly inappropriate response. It's not really, it doesn't really warrant a serious, you know, it doesn't really warrant serious concern, right? It's like, why the fuck would I give the opinion of someone who starts a conversation like this, right? Who starts a conversation like this? I just sat down, right? So yeah, so what are we getting at here? It's like, okay, so this didn't actually happen. This person almost certainly knows that there's a high probability this did not happen. So then why would you say this? Well, you say this to cause a moral injury to the person, specifically to the reputation of the person, to try to belittle them, right? Did not work in this case because I'm a bit of a shitter, and if you try to do this to me, I will probably either clap back with a joke, or I will just decode what it is you said, because how the fuck do you even respond to that, to be perfectly honest? And as you see, there was no response to this. Insinuating you're a closet trans, I don't know that that's the insinuation. I think my initial translation of everyone that disagrees with me was or should have been sexually abused is actually where he was going to be perfectly honest. I legitimately think that that's more or less what was revealed of this person's disposition in this comment, right? I could, in theory, be wrong, but I don't think I am, right? I just legitimately do not think I am. This is an example of like just, I reject your reality and substitute my own. You don't actually mean what it is you said. You say this because you have some kind of unfiltered trauma, and therefore you have to project that trauma onto other people, perpetuate it, right? This is the underlying logic by which this individual is saying this. Like, who touched you, daddy or uncle, right? Who destroyed your identity, so you have to go to destroy other people's identities, right? First of all, my identity is valid, their identity is not, right? And it's kind of that simple. So, yeah. Again, it's actually that simple. Sometimes these people just show you how disgusting they actually are, right? To say people should have been essayed is gross. I mean, I'm of the opinion that's exactly what is going on underneath the implications here, to be perfectly honest. Like, under what other fucking context would you say something like this, right? Like, what caliber of character of a person actually would sit down, type this, and think this is an okay thing to send someone, right? Like, absolutely vile fucking human being. But yeah, so monetize your haters, right? This fucking retard, I haven't even clicked on their channel. I'm not going to because I don't really give a shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably do this whenever I get like some retard that has something that I could just like make a video out of, because why the fuck not, right? But yeah, I think I'm gonna set up a collab with Torchwolf if he's open to talk about shit like this, because I have fun dissecting shit like this as well. So